How are you? Good. Um, Good to be home. Good to be back, and excited to prove ourselves this year. Keep it short and sweet. Open it up to questions.
Spent a lot of years with John as your long snapper. Every year he's been a free agent. Why was this year the year that all they come together on a deal?
Yeah, I think it's just matter of time when things don't mesh the exact same way. But look, John Weeks is a special player in the NFL and one of the most special players in the history of the Houston Texans. So I've learned so much from him. Grateful to him. Wish him well. And every year's a new team, a new entity, and it's our job to be ready to go when the ball's put down and the whistle blows. So we'll be ready for that when it happens. Yeah. Excited with Braxton, excited with where he's at. Obviously coming off of a rehab, we didn't get a chance, but he was working, and you can see it now. So excited for him now that he's out here with us. But in the behind the scenes, in the meeting rooms, the preparation had already started prior to this. So really lucky. Was a fan from afar away, played against him multiple times. He was a challenge to play against. That's where you get a lot of your information, guys that you had played against before, and they're difficult to match up. You want to go get those guys. Nick Neiman, Justin Watson. So feel fortunate to get a chance to work with him and see where he's at as we get into this competitive piece of training camp. Yeah, I don't necessarily know if the difficult is the word. The other part of it is how easy was it prior, and that's a tribute to John Weeks. But every position on the punt team is so critical, and a specialist specifically. Like, just because you're a rookie as a quarterback, they give you away with some interceptions. You're not allowed to throw interceptions as a snapper. You have to be on point every time, and I think that speaks to the pressure of the position and how precise you have to be. So no matter who it is, Brinkman has done an unbelievable job of preparing, working, and getting himself ready to compete. Man, I'm excited about him, so we'll see where it goes from here. Yeah, you can never have enough depth at returner. There's not enough ball handlers on a Sunday roster. So every year is different for sure. It seems like we've got a lot more guys repping and committeeing right now. Excited about all those guys training. And to answer the question more poignantly, ball security first. Let's make sure we're all taking care of the football because we got to get it back for the offense. And then can we be efficient within the scheme? Playmaking comes after those first two things. Can't make a play without the ball in your hands. Yeah, and I think it's the roster is going to be it's going to be a competitive training camp. Excited about that. Makes everybody put their best foot forward every day, but everybody has to prove it. And the more guys that are going to get each rep counts. So yeah, there's a volume, a number of players that are going to compete for it. I'm excited. That's good. It's great to see everybody. Okay, let's go.
Hi, I'm in there. How's it going? Good.
Training camp and maybe some of the off-season workouts and OTs and mini camps.
Yeah, I mean, more time with the guys in its simplest form. And then obviously once we get through this acclimation period, get the pads on, really get to see the physicality, get to see the pads come to life and, affect the run game, play action, stuff like that. Yeah, he's doing a good job. I mean, enjoy being around him every single day, growing every day. So it's been a lot of fun. What was the first thing you said? I'm sorry, I couldn't. I don't know if it was more by design or if the weather was part of it, to be honest with you. I think it was more weather related than anything else.
Everyone describes you as very energetic on the sidelines. What are you trying to bring to the players when it comes to energy?
I'm just trying to bring the best that I can do for them every single day, and naturally probably a high energy guy, I guess. So, just trying to be myself and pour into the guys.
Now it's not being able, to really assess things without pads on, but also we only had 20 practices with these guys before roster.
Yeah.
Kind of that message to those guys, but also assessing.
Well, I mean, I think, there's a lot of things you do. There's discipline, there's mental toughness in terms of being precise with motions, being precise and breaking the huddle with a clean operation, whether it's cadence, changing up cadences, whether it's putting guys in different spots that, mixing some different formations that they may have to, run the same concept for multiple formations. So it taxes you mentally too, not just physically.
Nick, do you plan ideally to have your 5 linemen ready to go before the start of the season, the week before the season? What's the perfect plan?
I think it'll manifest itself, to be honest with you. I think it'll naturally happen. There's a progression. We got really good competition right now. So I think we're just trying to give as many reps. And again, once we get the pads on, I think that's the truest measure of the evaluation part of it. But I've been really pleased. I know we've been really pleased with where they've grown, and we've got a really good group of guys that are hungry to learn.
Nick, both D'Amico and Titus spoke yesterday about how it'll be beneficial to have depth on the line as far as guys playing different positions.
Yep.
How do you balance when you're trying to figure out maybe what that starting five will be? How do you balance with the consistency with the same 5 guys, or plug and play different guys like you said, different formations and try to find a different base?
Yeah, well, again, it started in the spring, exposing them to maybe something that may have been different, may not have been different, and then obviously through camp here. But I mean, it's a full evaluation from a spring to fall setting, and I think you put them in as many situations as you can, and then you start to refine some things, or you start to feel with, once we start getting the pads on, once we have some practices, with the pads on, you get into joint practices, you get into the preseason games. I think things start to declare a little bit more, and then you tweak things as you go.
Since you know Cole so well,
Yep.
talk about him as a coach and why you wanted to keep him developing.
Yeah, because I have a lot of respect. I think he's a phenomenal coach. He's really smart. He's an extremely hard worker. He really cares about the guys. He is a mentally and physically tough dude. I mean, look at him. He looks like he could squat a house for sure. But he got a lot of experience with him. Been through a lot of, games with him in the past, dating back to New England, and he's always growing. I mean, he's really always searching to be the best that he can be. He's got a growth mindset, and I'm really thankful that we get to work together again.
A few guys who said this is kind of similar to the New England system that was here in 2019. What is it like kind of taking those things and kind of being open-minded and maybe making changes around players while having that system?
Yeah, I mean, we're all a byproduct of our experiences, right? So this is not a New England system, and it's our system, and it's going to evolve, and that's personnel driven, but it's finding out what we can do. But also, I think from starting with the players and things that they've had success with, things that they've done well here, they've done a lot of things well here. We have a great coaching staff that all have different experiences. I'm really blessed to be around those guys, and we're just trying to formulate what's best for us as we get going here.
Aziz mentioned that you've been on him since he was, I think, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Then I quoted him at NBU. He mentioned it's not until now that you guys coincide where it's coach and player at the same time.
Yeah.
Just talk about that relationship that you've never built with him since then. You talk about you always kept in touch with him.
Yeah, I love Aziz. Talk about an ultimate competitor, a guy that pours everything he has into it. I remember going to Hillsborough High School in Tampa and watching him and calling our defensive coordinator, Rock Bellantoni, and saying, you got to come see this guy. He had a fire about him He played and gave you everything he had. He's a great human being. He's a great person. I love Aziz, and it's just fate that we're back here, and I'm really excited to be a part of the team with him.
What's it like moving in, not just Christian as a veteran receiver, but getting 2 weeks of training?
Yeah, well, it's fun. To put it simply, they're pros. Our veterans, such as CK, lead by example. They're pros. They work, and those young guys have come in, and you got to kick them out of the building. They're great human beings. They've got great pedigree. They're made of good fabric, and no, it's a lot of fun.
What do you like early on from Mercer and what you've seen from him?
He just keeps improving, and that's a testament to him, and he cares, and he's working really hard at it.
We all know how talented your offense is. What's something that surprised you about this team?
I don't know that anything surprised me because I don't think I've tried to come into this with any set expectations. I think that kind of sets you up for, things that I don't try to go into it with expectations. We got a group of guys starting with D'Amico and Nick on down, the leadership on the team that are hardworking guys, and I know this, like, whatever level of football it is, when your best players are your hardest workers, it kind of sets the tone for everybody else. And we've got really, really good people here that work hard, that love football, and we're just trying to keep it moving in the right direction. Thank you, guys. Yeah, have a great day.
He's still talking over there. I'm good. We're going to cut it. We're going to cut it quick. Lindsay, I'm on you. Lindsay's in charge. No one wants Berg. No one wants him.
Hey there, how are you?
Nope, he gave him his warning. 5, 4. Let's go.
Coach, Will Anderson Jr. is coming into year 3.
Yeah.
Put in a lot of work in the offseason. What have you seen from him so far? I know it's early in training.
It is. Yeah, just just a continuation of what we saw in the spring, and very deliberate. I think really making a conscious effort to accelerate his pass rush game and his repertoire and really refine it. He's really been working on some specific moves and stuff like that. So really starting to see that really come to life. It's been cool to see. Like, he's a guy, you guys know him, and I just think, like, put a goal in mind, like, had a real focus and has been committed to doing that since we got back in March, probably before that, to be honest with you. So I think he's really on a good pace to have a good year for us, for sure.
What added element does C.J. Gardner-Johnson bring to you?
Besides the talking? Yeah, no, he's been a good player. Again, another guy that's gotten the ball, throughout his career, and obviously last year had a good year. A physical nature. He's got a really good just feel for the game. He's played in a few different systems and some different teams and things. So just sort of a natural feel as he's growing more and more into learning our language and our scheme. Like, he just has a feel for the game, and really just communicating with him and Kalen and Petrie and some of the other guys. Like, I think that's really going to be a nice piece for us.
CJ, it's year 2 for Kamari and Kalen.
Yeah.
Derek's coming off an all-pro year. How good can this secondary be?
I mean, I'm not putting numbers on interception totals and all those things, but just really like the way all those guys are working. I mean, I think we've talked about staying a bunch in terms of, gets a contract and he's in the next day working out and doing the same thing. And his parents are sitting up in the first 2 seats they've been sitting in for 3 years probably. So Kamari's the same way, all those guys. I mean, I feel like that the consistency of who they are as people and players and how they prepare hasn't changed since I've known all those guys. So I think that's what makes them good players and has the chance for us to hopefully gel together and perform well.
How can the defense as a whole elevate this season? Last year you were top 5 in yards allowed per game, 4th in the league in sacks, 7th in the turnover ratio.
Man.
Just how can you guys elevate?
Got my stats. I got you been a PR guy here. Honestly, just that last year doesn't really matter. We're trying to move forward, and we have some new pieces. And I think obviously as we went through, our off-season self-scout and our film study, and there were a lot of areas, from tackling to taking the ball away more to, limiting explosives even more. I mean, all the things that we preach as general, like there's definitely a lot of areas that we can tighten up in. And, we're starting over, we're building up, and we're adding new pieces and trying to fit some guys in and do some different things. So, I'd say it's day 3 of camp, and we've got a long way to go.
Piggybacking off of that, D'Amico did mention he'd like to see more finishing as far as, when you get a sack, turn that sack into a forced fumble. And as he's kind of doubled down on it, there's a lot of opportunities to come away with a strip sack. How can you do that, dial in on that? Is that, a strategy, scheme, anything?
No, I mean, I think it's a little bit of like putting it, speaking it into existence to some and just stressing it so that those guys, when they're at a sack point or a tackle point, that the ball's on their mind. I mean, our turnover numbers were pretty good. A lot of that was interception driven, which was great. We preach the ball's in the air, it's ours. But now can we enhance that with, we obviously have good pass rushers, and when they get around the quarterback, can they take that next step to get the ball out, not just get the sack? Can we, have our second level guys, our linebackers, Aziz, punch at the ball, like just be more conscious of it. So I think that we saw some area for growth in that realm as well.
What have you seen from DJ Speed? Watching him on film and being able to coach him on
Yeah, you can see it even out here in these kind of half walk-through, jog-throughs. He's got length, he's got speed, he's got a lot of range, he can cover ground. Again, another guy that's just developing in our language and our system, and he's doing a really good job out here working.
Matt, would you talk about getting Rankins back in the
Man, yes.
defensive line?
Sure.
And how tough your decisions could be in the line when you have to get to 53?
Well, that's not my call, so you can ask somebody else about those decisions. But Rank has been awesome to have around. He's like, it's so funny. Like, he's just there's so many subtle things he does. that probably like we didn't even really notice, when he was here and then when he left, and just he's really good at sort of fitting everything together, whether it's communicating on the line in terms of the rush plan and how we're setting things up, or just has a really like an innate knack for covering up rushes. So like frees up Daniil and Will if they want to take an inside move, or if they have something planned that he just feels that he can cover them up so we're not exposed. So he's just got a really good natural feel between just communicating and kind of like organizing the D-line, and then just covering things up in the rush game. And then honestly, he's probably one of the better players with his hands in the run game. Just really know where like his hand placement and his striking extension is really good. So really excited to have Rank back for sure. You can ask me again 6 weeks. Yeah, again, like we believe in that. I think philosophically as an organization, as a defense, like we believe in having as many D linemen as we can. And, I credit to Nick and D'Amico and the staff for bringing all these guys in. And, again, we just rotate through and try to see what the best pieces are as we go. So excited for the number of guys we've got in to be able to work with all those guys.
We'll close with Kim and Jonathan. Kind of how he
Yeah. Again, like probably like all of us, right? Like a third year kind of in the system, and I know really great to have him back. I know he missed a little time at the end of spring, and so just like having him back in the fold, and I would say his comfort level with the knowledge and the scheme and where he is, and now kind of pairing him up with Aziz a little bit, like so Aziz bringing him along. Like Henry's been in a really good spot, so it's been exciting to have him back this week for sure. Awesome.
D'Amico has talked about delegating more, giving coaches more responsibility. What's an example of that, and how have you seen that?
Yeah, I think he's just going through everything right now. Like we spent some time talking about just divvying up how we do the staff things. You know what I mean? What area each guy is responsible for. I'll give Coach a lot of credit. Like he's a believer in and committed to like developing coaches as much as players. And so just, hey, giving guys opportunities to be in front of the whole room, right? Usually it's a coordinator or a head coach talking to the whole defense or the whole team, like, and he finds ways to hey, like you're going to present this to the whole team, like stand up there and have that moment and be able to connect with guys and sort of switch duties around to like give guys different roles to live in. So I think it's part of his belief system of like who he is as a coach and what he wants to accomplish. It's not about just developing the players and getting them better. It's about developing coaches and helping them move on in their career. So he does a really good job of just like providing opportunities for guys to kind of do different things or have expanded roles so that they can kind of grow in those roles. Really cool.
Thanks, Burke.
All right, guys.